Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know that you wanna stay. Close the blinds, let's pretend that the time has changed. Keep our clothes on the floor, open up champagne. Let's continue tonight, come on, celebrate. That's how we do. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my duck off the crib, the spot, the pad. But my house is your house if you throwing it back. Excuse me if my home draining is sad. Soon as these happy faces land, you can run with the cash. Home run, slam dunk, touchdown pass. Mi casa es tu casa, so it ain't no holding back. Another shot of vodka, you know what's in my glass. It's my house, just relax. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. You heard me? We ain't gotta go out, 'cause what? Welcome to my house. It's my house, my house. What? Welcome to my house. It's my house.
Running outdoors, you gotta take what nature gives you. We'd like to say we run when they don't. So we wanna give you products to be able to run when you don't think you should run, when it's pouring rain outside, it's snowing. We're gonna have products for you to get out there. You don't get better sitting on your butt not training. You gotta get out there and run.
At Under Armour, it's always about premium textiles. They need to perform, they need to be the best. The merging of hybrid textiles with naturals and new seaming and bonding and super sleek, modern, fast, futuristic designs, that's where we are really going to turn it up a notch. If you look good and you feel good, you're going to perform better.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Lil Feller in Winter welcomes all fans and travelers to Winter. We invite you to stop by before or after the game for the best in snacks, drinks, ice, fuel, and much more. It's all available at the Lil Feller, your 24-hour convenience store in Winter. Lil Feller also wants to wish all the Warrior and Lady Warriors good luck on the season and in tonight's competition. We are excited to bring you coverage of all of tonight's action on Winter Warriors Live. And remember, the Lil Feller is the one for all your pregame and postgame convenience traveling needs.
Sassy Spurs at 121 East 2nd Street on the 4 lanes has expanded. Stop in Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. or on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to check out all the newest trendy Western apparel and footwear for men, women, kids, and infants. Need some bling? Shop our expanding lines of jewelry, purses, belts, buckles, and boot polish. It's all available under one roof at Sassy Spurs on the 4 lanes, and shipping is available by calling 605-842-2400. Sassy Spurs supports all the live productions of Warrior and Lady Warrior activities. There is a new sheriff in the Wild West. Located at 865 West 2nd on the 4 lanes, Wild West Gas is open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. As with any C-store sheriff, Wild West Gas is armed with the finest selection of beverages, snacks, and gas. Stop in and check us out. We have all your traveling needs to help keep the peace on your next adventure. Wild West Gas is proud to be a sponsor of all Warrior and Lady Warrior live productions.
Mathis Implement is a huge sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior Athletics, and we're your home for huge savings. We've got all the genuine Case IH parts, products, and service programs you need. Schedule your multi-point customized maintenance inspection now. You'll always find the highest quality parts and service, and the Case IH factory-trained technicians at Mathis Implement make sure your equipment stays up and running at peak productivity. Call Mathis Implement 842-3110 or stop out on West Highway 18 in Winter for personal consultation.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The store that always does the most for you is the Winter Food Center. We wish the best of luck to all the area boys and girls teams. As a proud sponsor of all the local activities on Sports Ticket Live, we invite you to stop out for your everyday grocery needs. Fresh produce, top grade meat department, incredible dairy selection, and much, much more. Or for your special events orders, you will always find what you're looking for at the Winter Food Center. Our staff always delivers speedy, friendly service at the store, doing the most for you.
No job is too big or small for the gang at H&O Electric in Winter. Whether it's a simple task around the house, to remodel, or new addition, to major construction, we provide residential, commercial, and industrial heating, cooling, and electrical work in Winter. We can handle it all. Call 605-842-1117 for service or more information on your next project, big or small. H&O Electric is your authorized dealer of Crane heaters, too. Good luck in tonight's contest. H&O Electric is a proud sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior coverage on Winter Warriors Live. No job is
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win. More often, our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Winter Regional Healthcare Center is proud to sponsor coverage of Winter Warriors and Lady Warriors athletics and activities on Winter Warriors Live. Best of luck in today's event. Here at Winter Regional Healthcare, we are committed to professional care with a personal touch at our locally owned hospital, clinic, and long-term care facility. For more information on services we provide, check out our website at winterregional.org. Winter Regional, proud to support the student athletes and activities. Honored to serve the families of South Central South Dakota and our community for over 65 years. Remember, professional care with the personal touch at Winter Regional Healthcare. Here at Farmers Union Insurance, they do everything they can to make sure that you have the right insurance for your specific needs. They understand not every individual or family has the same insurance needs, and insurance is not a one-size-fits-all type solution. You see, they look at themselves as an insurance consultant rather than the typical salespeople. Farmers Union Insurance Agency's presence within the community is more than just an insurance office. They are proud to sponsor coverage of winter athletics and students. Good luck this year to all the Warrior and Lady Warriors.
The Winter Advocate is the exclusive newspaper of Tripp County, serving Winter, Colome, and the surrounding communities. Each Wednesday, you'll find the latest in state and local news, sports, job openings, classifieds, and all legal public notices. Call 842-1481 or stop down to 125 West 3rd to start your subscription today. Don't forget our deadlines, Friday at 5 p.m. for The Advocate and 12 on Fridays for The Rocket. The Winter Advocate is a proud partner of Winter Warriors Live and wish the Warriors and Lady Warriors success all this season.
Computers and More, located at 660 West 2nd Street, is obviously your computer sales and repair business in Winter. The More is so much other than you can imagine. We are your local outlet for Winter Warrior sports apparel. We do screen printing and embroidery for your purple and gold attire. Stop in and check out all our gear on hand for you to wear to the next game. Call us at 842-9057 for an appointment to see how we can design your company logo on all types of clothing. And remember, thanks for keeping it local.
How confident do you feel about your retirement? Ask Leiden & Associates, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. Together, you'll break down retirement planning step by step to get the real answers you need. Call Joel Leiden or Candy Sockgen at 605-842-3832 today. Offices located at 214 East 2nd Street in Winter, South Dakota, with offices also located in Chamberlain and Pierre. The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financials results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor. Ameriprise Financial Services Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome to Dusty's Hair Do or Die Salon, located at 117 East 2nd Street, just west of Sassy Spurs Boutique on the 4 lanes in Winter. Haircuts, colors, leave-in treatments, styles, updos, and facial waxing are my specialties. Some of the product lines I carry are Pureology, Kenra, Pravana, and Matrix. I also have jewelry, cosmetics, and optimal health products. To make an appointment, call or text 605-208-6252. You can join my group on Facebook, Dusty's Hair Do or Die, to hear monthly specials and daily inspirations. Thank you, and I hope to see you all soon.
Last night I dreamed of
my new yoga studio,
a car, a treehouse.
It was the perfect dream.
We don't all have the same dreams, but we can turn to one place to protect them. American Family Insurance. Our agents can help make sure you have the coverage needed, whether it's for your auto, home, business, or life. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Products underwritten by American Family Insurance. Life Mutual Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Winter Warriors Live, Colome Cowboys Live, and TC Falcons Live coverage of tonight's game here at Leahy Bowl. Jody Brozick joined by Rich Winter, bringing you coverage of this rematch of a very good game played here, 2 weeks ago out in Mission, South Dakota.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Jody, I'm kind of excited for tonight's matchup. That game went to Winter 6-5, but Tristan Herman for Todd County, he got the start on the mound a couple weeks ago, and he gave up 1 run through 5 innings and really put the Mission team in position to win. But Winter Colome fought back, scratched out a couple runs late in that game, and they ended up winning that contest 6-5. But these two teams have a long history. They tend to see each other quite a bit during the year, and definitely looking forward to that contest tonight.
This ought to be a good one. In that game you mentioned scratched out. Well, scratching out was Kelly O'Brien having that phenomenal game, bringing them back. I think you had in your blog 6-5 the final score. Kelly scoring the winning run in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, for sure.
Or top of 6.
Yeah, and they did scratch out a run too in that inning. Kelly O'Brien reached with a base hit, stole second, reached third on an error, and then came home on an error too. So. I called him Mr. Clutch that night because O'Brien was about 10 days removed from winning a couple state track titles in the long jump and triple jump, which came from nowhere, but really kind of just speaks to his athletic ability, if you will.
Man, talking about those titles, you're right. He was in the top 10 all year, had been around the leaderboard towards the top of it. several different times, and then at the state tournament just decided not to give anybody a chance to overtake him.
Yeah, well, that triple jump was really interesting for me with O'Brien there because he and Alan McDonald from Wall kind of traded, went back and forth, and I think Kelly ended up getting out to around 43.10, 43.11, and that's really a monster triple jump for any class. Broke the Colome school record and everything, but I think baseball kind of sums up a transition from all sports and athletics, and you got the good footwork, the hand-eye coordination that it takes to be a good athlete and stuff. We're going to see a bunch of that tonight. Here's Winter Colome getting ready to take on Mission.
We're going to go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for each of the teams. We're going to go through the defensive lineup for the Winter Colome Royals first. Riley Calhoun's going to get the start on the bump tonight doing the catching. His battery partner, Nick Lance. Your infield from first to third. Levi McClanahan gets the start at first. Drew Demers is at second. Shortstop will be Kelly O'Brien, who we alluded to earlier in his heroics here this spring. Carter Brickman is at third. Your outfield from left to right. Cameron Biggins, back from college, playing in left field. Cale Miners in center. And Andrew Lapreth in right. Batting order for the Mission Mayhem, you're going to have, this is going to be Bryce Hammer going to be the leadoff hitter. He's playing second tonight for the Mayhem. And then you've got Bryant Burnett playing center field. He'll be batting second. Austin Hammer, back from the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology, the future engineer, is going to be batting third, playing shortstop tonight for the Mayhem. And Tank Herman, going to be your cleanup hitter, playing first base. We'll get to the rest of that order as they come to the dish. Here is Riley Calhoun with first delivery. Cut on and miss for strike one. 0-1 the count.
And Bryce Hammer there at bat right now, kind of a part-time baseball player, does just about everything. You throw a ball out on the court, and Bryce Hammer's going to find his way to do that. But a really good athlete, and you can see their head coach, Brian Burnett, having confidence in him, putting him in the leadoff hole here for Todd County.
Well, you put a couple former Flandreau bloodlines in that lineup, they're going to be tough, right? Throwing that out there for Papa Hammer.
Man, between you and me, I'm about Flandreau'd out of the whole thing here. But, yes, I'm definitely...
I'm going to go another step with you. Not only the Flandreau connection, but how about the purple and gold connection?
Well...
Flandreau winner.
It's funny, there is a pretty good athletic history that runs through there, through Flandreau. And definitely you see that with Weber. Met his father at the state track meet this year, so... Yeah, a lot of good guys from Flandreau, and Hammer's going to get a little bat on the ball there, but that's going to be fielded easily, and one away for the Mission Mayhem.
It's going to be scored in your book as an F1 as Riley Calhoun comes off the mound to take that for that first out. Carter Brickman in the vicinity, 2 called off by his starting pitcher. And that'll bring to the plate, this is Bryant Burnett, the center fielder for the Mayhem. He will step in and take a look at Riley Calhoun's first delivery. Going to be a called strike one as he paints the inside edge of the plate.
Well, you really like Calhoun there getting off to a quick start like that, throwing an early strike, getting ahead in the count, and that's something you want to see if you're Drew Weber looking at your guy on the mound tonight.
No one's going to stay high in the strike zone. It doesn't matter what level of baseball you're talking about. You want your starting pitcher on the mound getting ahead in the count early. It allows you so much more flexibility late. There he's going to miss 2-1. As you get deeper into a count on a batter, you can do some different things with pitches to kind of fool a batter. You can't when you fall behind. You got to deliver the cheese, man.
So Bryant Burnett there at bat for Todd County. He's going to get bat on ball. That looks like it's going to stay foul. McClanahan doesn't have to take a single step, and that'll be 2 down now for Mission.
You know what they call those? That's called the groundskeeper out right there. Or if it's a bunt single down the third baseline. I saw it last weekend in the big tournament. You lay a bunt down and it stays right along the edge of the grass. That is a groundskeeper single. That was a groundskeeper out. As you said, Levi doesn't move at all. He just sits there and lets the ball come to him for the easy out. Speaking.
Austin Hammer, as you mentioned, the young man from South Dakota School of Mines, on a track scholarship up there, and he redshirted the outdoor season, was having a few problems with stress fractures and stuff, but have seen him in the gym over in Mission, been working, and breaking ball, no good there for Calhoun.
1-1 the count, 2 away here, top of 1. This is not an inter-squad scrimmage. Both teams wearing blue and white tonight.
Boy, Hammer got a hold of it, but easy pop fly. That's going to be taken in by a winner. And 3 up and 3 down. Good start for Calhoun and the Winter Colome Royals.
We're going to step away for 90 seconds, give you a look at a couple of your sponsors, bringing you live coverage of tonight's webcast of the Mission Mayhem taking on the Winter Colome Royals. Back in 90 seconds.
Busy families, active seniors, career-minded individuals, and many other time-starved people, just like you, trust Sparkle for professional residential cleaning services that leave them more time to spend with family, friends, and their favorite activities.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. I wish I had double checked before discussing that play earlier. Did anybody catch that play? No. Okay, we're gonna act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm gonna break the huddle confidently, and we're gonna call it incomplete.
Your mic's on!
First down! Thank you! 70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home. Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at FarmCo, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know FarmCo locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. FarmCo, feeding your future.
Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in. And you know
Back at beautiful Leahy Bowl in Winter, South Dakota, the Winter Colome Royals will come to the plate for the first time this evening. Thane Witt, the lefty, gets the call on the bump. His battery partner is
Narcisse Quickbear.
Ooh, that one's going to stay inside on Calhoun. I think it might have got a button there. Narcisse Quickbear is his battery partner. He is doing the catching. Let's take a look at that infield. We'll go around from nice curveball. Drops in there for Thane Witt. The count will go 2-1. Tank Herman going to get the start over at first. That is Bryce Hammer getting the start at second base tonight. Austin Hammer, the shortstop, over at third base.
Michael Brave.
Michael Brave gets the start. Outfield from left to right. In left field is that
Denoyer.
Denoyer is going to get the start. Center field is going to be, of course, Bryant Burnett. I want to say Bryce. He's fighting fires. And Calhoun's going to draw the base on balls and take that free base down there. And out in right field is going to be Foster Shaw for the Mayhem tonight.
Yeah, I got a couple of cool little tidbits floating around right now. A couple guys from the Mission team that just graduated, Lauren Dragg and Blake Burnett, are off fighting fires right now. And Thane Witt on the mound over the weekend was in New Jersey at a prospects camp for his basketball talent. So lots of stuff going on, people all over the place right now.
Very nice. Thane almost paints the edge of the plate and may have. It was close. He's not going to want to move too far off. He falls behind 1-0 in the count. Comes inside. Counts now 2-0 to your batter, Kelly O'Brien.
Jody talked a little bit with head coach Brian Burnett before the game. He's going to try to get some innings on the mound for a couple guys tonight. Look for Witt to maybe go 2. We're going to have a stolen base there unless Narcisse Quickbear can get a no-deal stolen base for Winter.
Riley Calhoun flashing the wheels, if you will, from first to second for the Royals. Runner in scoring position now. Kelly O'Brien, green light or not with a 3-0 count here?
Not.
No, I say not also. Now stay inside, counts 4-0. That's a free pass for Kelly. So now you have runners on first and second. That'll bring to the plate number 28, your second baseman, Drew Demers. No outs here. Typical situation. I see it a lot on different levels. You don't really want to take the bat out of such a good hitter's hands, but With runners on first and second and no outs, oftentimes you'll see somebody, a coach, they have them lay down the bunt, move them up to second and third. Let's see if they do that or if they stay with the hot bat.
Well, and Jody, from watching these guys from Winter Colome a lot this year, you've got a couple of pretty crafty base runners out there. Those kids are alert. They know what's going on. And if there's a slight bobble behind home plate, they're gone to the next base. You know that's going to happen.
That's a good point. That's a great point. And that's probably why you do not bunt your number 3 hitter or a pass ball like this. It's going to move them both up. So now you do get what you always wanted at the start of this at-bat. Your runners at second and third with no outs or 1 out.
And so Witt here, normally, Jody, we find Thane Witt behind the plate himself. He's done a lot of catching, which is a tad unusual in and of itself, a left-hander. But he's pitched quite a bit in recent years. Have not seen him on the mound this year, so I'm sure Burnett looking for him to settle down here as we get looking for a first out here for Mission.
2-0 delivery on the way. He's going to stay just upstairs, chin level. Counts now 3-0. You'll see Drew take a look at this next pitch and try to draw the free base on balls, and that'll bring to the plate Levi McClanahan, the big lefty. And we're not going to see bases loaded as Riley Calhoun, the crafty runner, as you said, will come home and score that first run of the game. The Royals on top now 1-0. This doesn't bode well for the Mayhem when you walk that many runners. First 3 batters drawing a base on balls.
And you can see it right away. Head coach Burnett coming over there to have a talk with Thane Witt, putting his arm around him. Probably just wants him to settle down a little bit, calm down, focus on the next batter. Give him a little pat there, and Burnett's going to take the stroll back to the mound or back to the dugout for Mission.
So Levi McClanahan with runners on the corners is going to step in and take a look at a Thane Witt delivery after a brief conference between him and Coach Burnett. Thane's first delivery, he gets the sign, delivers. He's going to catch the corner. That's going to be a called strike 1. He's on top, 0-1 the count, and that's going to be not really a stolen base. Drew Demers will take second on defensive indifference there. So now with runners on second and third, Levi McClanahan looking to push a couple RBIs across by getting a hold of one of these pitches of Thane Witt.
Defensive indifference.
That's what they call it now, defensive indifference. When you go to the Game Changer apps, you don't get credit for the stolen base. It's defensive indifference. There's going to be a called strike. 1-2 the count now to Levi McClanahan, the Royals' first baseman. Kind of standing there with offensive indifference, just taking a look at a couple pitches.
Lefty versus lefty here, bottom of the first.
And Levi will duck down and be thankful. That man has been hit more than anybody in Winter Colome baseball history. He has.
There's a game earlier this year, I swear he got hit 4 out of 4 times at the plate.
Nice stop there behind the plate by Narcisse. Great snag. I actually saw Levi McClanahan get his nose broke by being beamed one time down in Tabor at a district tournament.
It wasn't one of the 2 times he got beamed in Platte the other night?
Nope, it wasn't one of the 2 times. This one's going to get outside, and Levi's going to draw the base on balls, and Kelly's going to come in and score that second run of the game. 2-0 right now, Royals, and you've got runners on the corners with Nick Lance, the catcher, coming to the plate. Right there is kind of a sign of seniority leadership. Austin Hammer going to come over and save a trip out of Coach Burnett and just talk to his pitcher on the mound and say, listen, we got your back. Make them hitters. Let us play behind you. We can't play behind you if you don't throw strikes. That one's going to stay upstairs, but it was close.
Defensive indifference.
Defensive indifference as the runner takes second. Thank you. I missed that one.
The production crew just applauded.
There's a curveball. Crossed. Count evens up 1-1.
Let's see if Witt can find his groove here a little bit. He's been throwing that breaking ball pretty well early. There we go. 2 in a row now from Witt.
Going to get the call on that fastball. Counts 1-2. Witt's 1-2 delivery. Just upstairs. 2-2 now the count. 2-2, no outs. Nick Lance, the catcher for the Royals, is at the plate. 2-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. Narcisse will throw down to first, get the out. And Herman with no play at the plate. They get the out on the E2. Throw down to first for out number 1. Oh, they gave him first base. Tank must have pulled his foot, is what I'm being told up here in the press box, and so that'll put Nick Lance on first. Levi McClanahan's on second. Runners on first and second. No outs.
Boy, that's a tough play for our mission right there. You know, an out, get a little confidence defensively, and instead they've they're down 3-0 with runners at first and second.
And no outs, as the production crew is telling us. That one will stay inside. Count now 2-0. Your batter, Carter Brickman, the third baseman for the Royals. Carter looks like he may have grown an inch or two since I last saw him. Took a couple-week vacation down in Florida and come back an inch too taller. How does a person do that? It's all the rain that they have down there that we're not getting here. There's a called strike. Count now 2-1.
Have some pretty good food down south too.
Oh, they do.
You know.
That one's just upstairs. 3-1 now the count. Thane Witt looking to get things even here with a strike on Brickman if he can. Ty Bolton is on deck as the extra hitter tonight. Cameron Biggins is in the hole. He is the left fielder. There's going to be a nice pitch. Swung on. Hammer's going to go across the diamond, and he's going to get the 6-3 put out of Brickman. Runners will advance. McClanahan goes over to third. Lance jogs up to second, but there's one away now for the Mayhem. Hammer, I think if he could have redone that, he might have taken the quick force out at third. Or the runner going to third to keep a force on any bag after this. Infield's going to draw up and in now for this scenario as Ty Bolton steps in. They're going to cut the run at the plate if they can. 3-0 your score, one away here in the bottom one. Thane takes a look at his signal, comes inside, and that's going to hit Bolton. It's going to bounce and hit him. Whether it bounces and hits you or hits you, that is going to be a hit by pitch when you're in the batter's box. Coach Burnett not going to wait any longer. He's going to give his team a chance here. He's going to come out and make the change with his second visit in the inning. We're going to step away. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the defensive changes.
Running outdoors, you got to take what nature gives you. We'd like to say we run when they don't. So we want to give you products to be able to run when you don't think you should run, when it's pouring rain outside, it's snowing. We're going to have products for you to get out there. You don't get better sitting on your butt not training. You got to get out there and run.
Where will you find Black Hills State University graduates? Everywhere, locally, nationally, and internationally. Black Hills State University is where community leaders are inspired, where future teachers are prepared, where global connections lead to business connections, and where underground research is changing the way we understand the universe. Visit bhsu.edu and enroll now at Black Hills State University, where you can earn your degree affordably and with campuses in Spearfish and Rapid City. Stay in the beautiful Black Hills. Where does your future begin? At Black Hills State University, where anything is possible.
Atterbury Construction is an earth-moving contractor and supply of quality aggregate materials based in Colome, South Dakota. When in need of a professional service for site preparation, grading, and many other soil-related tasks, their knowledge in heavy equipment, rock and gravel products is wide-ranging. Atterbury Construction, your earth-moving and aggregate professional since 1995. For competitive bids and estimates, call Lee or Kurt at 842-3776. Proud sponsors of Cologne Cowboys and Cowgirls on Cologne Cowboy Live.
Plan on
Open up the champagne, pop.
Back at Lady Bulls, defensive changes are going to be really simple here to score in your book if you are scoring along at home. Tank Herman coming in from first base to the mound. He will be doing your pitching for the Mission Mayhem. Thane Witt, the lefty, will go over to first base. Straight across, and there's going to be a foul ball Going to come back, and Narcisse not going to locate it quick enough. It'll fall harmlessly for a foul ball, but the count is 1-1.
And Quick Bear plays a lot of ball during the summer. He even plays some fast pitch over in Rosebud area. And just a recent graduate here of Todd County and somebody that's got some pretty good skills on the baseball field.
Tank's curveball going to drop in there for a strike 2. 1-2 now the count.
And for those of you just joining us, Tank Herman, Tristan Herman, as we call him back home, had a really good outing against the same Winter Colome team just a couple weeks ago. He was leading 5-1 when he left the mound after 5 innings, and he's got a little work to do tonight, pitching from behind. A little bit different story tonight for Mission.
It's always good to give your kids a glimpse of different scenarios. Nice stop there by Narcisse in the batter's box. Can't locate the ball. He found it. He's just playing with the runner. Little heads-up play by the catcher there. Full count here for Tank Herman, facing his first batter here in Cameron Biggins, the left fielder. Ty Bolton loaded the bases when he was hit by the pitch. Cameron Biggins going to take the payoff pitch, and it's going to stay high. Base on balls for Cameron Biggins. That's going to be an RBI. I hate that when you get a base on balls and it counts as an RBI. It's not a run batted in, but statistically that is what it is.
And what do you call it? Defensive indifference?
Defensive indifference.
And that doesn't count as a stolen base?
No, it does not.
I think it's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy. Oh, foul ball back at us here at the new canopy. Nope, Rich, a little slow. We're getting our defensive mechanisms in place here with the 3 cameras up here tonight for the production. We have the window a little bit further open, and now we have a kind of a launching pad, a NASA launching pad right behind us. Narcisse making quick work to get the mask off. He locates. He's going to get the pop-up for out number 2. Kale Miners with the pop-up F2 for out number 2.
Boy, Jody, right away you can see Herman. He did walk that first batter, but he's right around the strike zone, and he's a pretty big kid, about 6'1", maybe 250. Spends a little time in the gym, and he's bringing it right now.
Rumor has it, though, when he's in the gym, he's just on the drawing board making fun of
the panic button.
The panic button.
No, I see. Tank Herman. He's part of the Mission Volunteer Fire Department, and about 4 o'clock today, he was putting out a small grass fire in Mission, and now he's trying to put out a fire here on the field at Leahy Bowl.
Andrew Lapreth, the 10th batter of the inning here, he has got a 1-1 count. But you're right, Herman's done a nice job. You want to be around there. You want to give your defense a chance. You want to make hitters, swingers, out of these kids stepping to the plate. He'll fall behind in the count now, 2-1.
Boy, tough situation here. He cannot afford to give up a base hit. Going to score 2. Winner nearly unbeatable when they get a lead like this. A little bit outside that time from Herman.
3-1, I believe the count. We'll check Eric Pollard. He's behind the plate doing the calls on the balls and strikes.
Herman.
Swinging, strike 2. So it's either Deuces Wild with 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Nope, Eric's saying full count. Runners will be in motion on Tank's delivery here.
Oh.
Tough situation, not a bad spot if you're going to miss with a ball. Miss widely. Nick Lance comes in to score 5-0 now. The Royals out quickly here in the bottom of the first. Bolton is at third. Biggins is at second. Now Lapreth over at first. The Royals have went through the order here once in the bottom of 1.
In Todd County right now, Mission has fallen victim a little bit to the pass ball, a couple errors behind the plate, and Witt came out a little shaky on the mound for them. It's been a tough start here, been a tough half inning for Todd County.
As a coach, you can only hope that your players put this inning out of their mind, go back to the plate, rebound, string together a couple hits, and see if you can produce a run or 2 and get yourself back into this. That one's going to be flared out into right center, just over the head of Bryce Hammer. 1 is plated. Biggins coming into plate the second run. It's going to be a 2-run RBI single for Riley Calhoun.
Got a big Legion tournament coming up over here fairly shortly, don't we?
Yeah, we do. On July 21st through the 26th. 5th, says the production crew.
Wow, she's on it
I
today.
know. She's got us dialed in over there. July 21st through the 25th is the State Class B tournament here in Winter, as the Winter Colome Royals will host that tournament.
Is there a regional qualifier leading up to that? I mean, you have to go through a region tournament to get to that.
There is for a lot of the other teams. We'll have to get John Calhoun, ask him, is there going to be a second representative from our region, even though we're hosting? Right. Where's that region tournament at? Gregory. That's news. I did not know that. I did not know. I did not know. Tank Herman with a 3-1 count, trying to get even here. He'll miss. Kelly O'Brien draws his second base on balls here in the bottom of the first. And that'll load him again for Drew Demers. It's been a while. I can't remember. How many years has it been since Winter has hosted a state tournament, John? 12? 5 years ago. Last state tournament that was hosted here, and I think that was a teener tournament, correct?
Herman's going to force the ground ball. Hammer over to first base. Thane Witt, and Todd County gets out of here.
6-3 put out.
6-3 put out. 7-0. Winner, though, with a big first inning. They lead it 7-0.
We're going to step away. We'll be back in probably 90 seconds as we allow the pitchers to get their arms loose. You're watching and listening to Winter Colome Royal Baseball on Winter Warriors Live, Colome Cowboys Live, and
Todd County Falcons
TCFalcons.live.
Yep.
Brightening up your home or office atmosphere? Need to warm or cool down the environment in your space? Then stop down to 130 North Main Street in Winter, South Dakota to visit with Kutra Electric. Bob and his crew will shed some light with quality advice and direction on your next project. And when they see your vision for your next project, you can count on Kutra Electric's highly skilled team of professional servicemen to come in and get the job done in a fast and courteous fashion. And remember, we provide the same quality service for a single light repair as we would for new construction or remodel. Kutra Electric remains committed to brightening the lives of the families of South Central South Dakota. So call us at 842-1510. We're a proud sponsor of all the Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live.
Frontier Motors is a committed sponsor of the student-athlete activities in our area and are proud to bring you coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Frontier Motors in Winter is a full-service dealer for Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles. They also maintain one of the area's largest inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles. With over 300 in stock, the best selection at the best price is at Frontier Motors in Winter. Frontier Motors on West Highway 18 or shop online at frontiermotors.com.
Lil Feller in Winter welcomes all fans and travelers to Winter. We invite you to stop by before or after the game for the best in snacks, drinks, ice, fuel, and much more. It's all available at the Lil Feller, your 24-hour convenience store in Winter. Lil Feller also wants to wish all the Warrior and Lady Warriors good luck on the season and in tonight's competition. We are excited to bring you coverage of all of tonight's action on Winter Warriors Live. And remember, the Lil Feller is the one for all your pregame and postgame convenience traveling needs.
Back at Leahy Bowl, this is Tank Herman at the dish. The first baseman turned pitcher takes a look at a called strike two. He's behind 0-2 in the count as we return to baseball. Resume baseball play here at Leahy Bowl. We got to visiting in between innings. Our Tank's going to swing at that. Miss. Lance fires down to first for the putout. Calhoun will get credit for the strikeout. Nick Lance with the E2 2-3 putout for out number one. But we got to talking in between innings, and there is a Junior Legion regional qualifier tournament here at Leahy Bowl on July 29th. 4 teams will be playing in that, and they will all advance to the state tournament. It's a seeding regional. Winner will face Mission Mayhem in that Junior Legion matchup, and Lennox and Bennett County will play in Game 2.
And so all 4 of those teams are going to advance to the state tournament.
And I believe, I think there's 12 teams in the Junior Legion ranks this year, and to give you some history on that, it used to be junior teen or teener, but a lot of the teams, as that's fouled off into the screen, are making the jump from teener baseball to junior legion baseball. So not everybody has followed yet, so therefore everybody's going to play in the state tournament. We're going to seed it out and let them have at each other.
It's going to be a tad outside for Calhoun. Count now 2-2. Witt, the lefty, in the box.
Swinging, strike 3. Lance with another E2-2-3 put out for out number 2.
I'll tell you what, Jody, Calhoun's looking good on the mound tonight. In complete command up there and really flummoxing this Mission group right now.
Narcisse. Yeah, that was Thane Wood, I guess, that got out there. And now Narcisse is coming to the plate.
Any hesitation with the lineups tonight is due entirely to my penmanship.
Not really.
Because I can't even read what I'm writing, so.
There's going to be a flare to second base, and that's going to be taken. I think he caught it in the air, actually, but he's going to make the flip to first for the 4-3 assurance for out number 3. And just like the first inning, 3 up, 3 down, Riley Calhoun, as you said, making short work of the Mayhem.
Yeah, right now.
We're going to step away. We'll be back in 90 seconds for more Royals baseball as they come to the plate with that 7-0 lead.
Sassy Spurs at 121 East 2nd Street on the 4 lanes has expanded. Stop in Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. or on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to check out all the newest trendy Western apparel and footwear for men, women, kids, and infants. Need some bling? Shop our expanding lines of jewelry, purses, belts, buckles, and boot polish. It's all available under one roof at Sassy Spurs on the 4 lanes, and shipping is available by calling 605-842-2400. Sassy Spurs supports all the live productions of Warrior and Lady Warrior activity. There is a new sheriff in the Wild West. Located at 865 West 2nd on the 4 lanes, Wild West Gas is open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. As with any C-store sheriff, Wild West Gas is armed with the finest selection of beverages, snacks, and gas. Stop in and check us out. We have all your traveling needs to help keep the peace on your next adventure. Wild West Gas is proud to be a sponsor of all Warrior and Lady Warrior live productions.
Mathis Implement is a huge sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior Athletics, and we're your home for huge savings. We've got all the genuine Case IH parts, products, and service programs you need. Schedule your multi-point customized maintenance inspection now. You'll always find the highest quality parts and service, and the Case IH factory-trained technicians at Mathis Implement make sure your equipment stays up and running at peak productivity. Call Mathis Implement 842-3110 or stop out on West Highway 18 in Winter for personal consultation.
Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in.
Back at Lady Bowl, Levi McClanahan stepping to the dish. Just getting some back history from last night's game. Winter Colome goes over to Platte to take on the Platte Geddes Legion squad. Levi gets beamed for the third time. Third time in 24 hours. First time in this game. But Levi last night, when he wasn't getting beamed, actually hit one over the fence against the Platte Geddes squad.
How about that rivalry? Like that's turning into Platte is really turning into a baseball power over there, and every time them and Winter Colome hook up, it's
a fun game.
Special, you betcha.
I'm just using the binoculars here, checking Levi to see if he's okay. He is good. The pulling guard for next year's three-peat bid for the Winter Warriors over there, and Levi McClanahan. Make sure that knee is healthy.
And there it is, time of death, 8:06 on June 28th. The winter three-peat was first discussed on air.
It's got to be discussed at some point. Why don't we break the ice and just get it out there?
Well, listen, between you and me, I'm pretty excited to see that run go down, but I'm saying it's not going to happen. But it's going to be a work in progress because that offense is not going to be the machine it was last year. Stolen base there for Winter. That offense is going to struggle a little bit early in the year. You might see an early season loss or two, but it's going to be Dan Aker. It's going to be one of the fun coaching years for him, I think, because you're going to see improvements every week, adjustments. They don't have the horses up front and everybody, Cameron Kyle 3 carries for 125 yards. It's going to be a different show this year. But I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying it's going to be a struggle this year. They will come back to the field a little bit.
The psychology the psychology of a football game is going to come back into play. This one driven right up the middle. Nick Lance going to deliver a Sinai single right up the middle. Put runners on the corners. Yeah, I mean, they haven't played a full football game in how many years? 3 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be different. And your first game out of the chute is Sioux Falls Christian coming to town to take you on, a team that last year would have been a good game, one of the better games that we could have played.
45-0 early in the year.
This one's going to be popped up. Hammer giving chase, will collect it. He's got an F6 put out for out number 1. Carter Brickman going to take a seat in the dugout, and that'll bring to the plate extra hitter tonight, Ty Bolton.
How tall was Carter Brickman in the program last year?
Boy,
5'11"?
Yeah, he looks like he's 6'1", 6'2". Yeah.
Huh.
Definitely stretching those legs. Call him Daddy Long Legs going forward. This one, the high chopper, going to get by Tank. There's Hammer.
Boy, nice play by Hammer. Ran that one down, got it over to Thane Witt. Out number 2 now for Mission.
Run does score, but you'll trade a run like that for the second out. Nice play by Hammer on that high chopper. Tank not able to make the play. That was a tough play for Hammer. That's not easy to do, especially on the run to make that throw across your body.
Exactly.
Nice job, Austin. So 2 in the mud here. Runner on second, and that'll bring to the plate left fielder Cameron Biggins, back from Lake Area Votech. He's a graduate of college already, still playing Legion baseball. This one going to be flared. We do have 3 cameras set up for you so you can see some of the action around here, but production crew can't keep up with the A-team tonight.
I always like keeping track of the mad dash for the loose ball over there, the foul ball. I saw an epic one the other day that the 4 or 5 kids diving for it.
The wrestling match that ensued,
yeah.
Driven right up the middle. Oh, what a play by Hammer. He's not going to get a play attempt at 1 for the out, but he does save the run by knocking that ball down.
But you see how much ground Hammer covered there? He took that ball right. It wasn't a very sharply hit ball, but he moved, 5-6 steps to his left and got to that, knocked it down, saved a run.
Oh, man, he's moving about 10 yards to his left. Dead fly, and just smothers the ball at the bag. That's a great play. Back-to-back great plays by Austin Hammer, the hard rocker. Curveball going to stay high and inside.
Defensive indifference.
And defensive indifference as Cameron Biggins sweeps down to second base. This is going to be a smash right at Hammer. That one's routine for him. Cale Miner is going to ground out. 6-3 put out for out number 3. The Royals do come up with 1 run on a pair of hits. They'll strand 1 after 2 complete. It's 8-0 Royals over the Mayhem back in 60 seconds.
Here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The store that always does the most for you is the Winter Food Center. We wish the best of luck to all the area boys and girls teams. As a proud sponsor of all the local activities on Sports Ticket Live, we invite you to stop out for your everyday grocery needs. Fresh produce, top grade meat department, incredible dairy selection, and much, much more. Or for your special events orders, you will always find what you're looking for at the Winter Food Center. Our staff always delivers speedy, friendly service at the store, doing the most for you.
No job is too big or small for the gang at H&O Electric in winter. Whether it's a simple task around the house, to remodel, or new addition, to major construction, we provide residential, commercial, and industrial heating, cooling, and electrical work in winter. We can handle it all. Call 605-842-1117 for service or more information on your next project, big or small. H&O Electric is your authorized dealer of Crane heaters, too. Good luck in tonight's contest. H&O Electric is a proud sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior coverage on Winter Warriors Live. No job is...
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win, more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Winter Regional Healthcare Center.
Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up.
Riley Calhoun's going to return to the bump for the start of the third inning. That one will miss low and away for ball one. Your batter. Oh, that's going to be number 10. We'll just flip over here. That's going to be Denoyer.
I don't have the first name on that.
Thomas Denoyer, the left fielder for the Mission Mayhem.
That's going to be Mike Brave then on deck for Mission.
And Foster Shaw in the hole. Fouled out of play. Count goes 1-2. Just taking a look at some of the information that was dropped in our lap here. Taking a look at Winter, of course, hosting that State B. There's one to be driven into right center. Nope, it's going to die. Dying Quail there, taken by Drew Demers. F4 put out for the first out number 1. But again, Winter hosting July 21st through the 25th. The region going to be played down in Gregory. Some of the teams in that region, here's a new one, Kadoka, Lee Deadwood. They're going to be a tough team this year too. Martin, Mission, Spearfish, and Gregory playing down there.
Calhoun right down the middle picks up a first strike. Count 0-1.
Swinging strike 2. That's a big cut. I like seeing that out of Mr. Brave.
Yep, Michael Brave.
Playing third base tonight for the Mayhem. Fastball missed low. 1-2 now the count.
Boy, that was right there, too. You could tell Calhoun wanted that. He fired and brought it.
Brave turned and looked at the ump and said, please no. That one he's going to foul off. He did know that was going to be a strike. Does a nice job getting bat on ball to stay alive.
A lot of baseball going on. In fact, tonight the major tournament wraps up down in Gregory, I believe.
It does, and that's swinging strike 3 for out number 2. You know what's interesting about that major tournament tonight? Number 4 or 5 seed, the Colome Cowboys in the championship game after they upset number 1 seed Clearfield.
Right.
And then they take out the number 4 seed, I can't remember, Winter Gold.
Yeah.
And they're in the championship game. Good for the Cowboys, playing some good baseball. Coach Tiemann, notorious for doing it. All those years, he's doing it again this year. The late season surge.
You know, it's always interesting through some of these small towns in South Dakota how you see that lifeblood of baseball flowing through them. You know, Colome, small town, drive through 296 people in the town, but they always field good baseball teams.
They do.
It's uncanny. It's good stuff.
Battlers. They should change the names from Cowboys to Battlers.
Gettysburg wouldn't like that very much.
Well, neither would Colome. They're very happy with the Cowboys. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be a called strike, and Gettysburg would not like that either. They're very fond of their name also.
Well, they're Potter County now, right? Can't they, you know?
They are. Yes, they are.
Boy, that looked pretty close here. A little inside on the call. Count now full 3-2 for Calhoun.
And the catcher having a conversation with the umpire, like, did you not see that? That was like right down the middle. No, you don't reach. You slam the window shut.
Well, how do I got to reach to get to the window?
Yeah, but you were reaching like you were going to catch it. You got to reach out and slam.
Production crew said I wouldn't catch it anywhere.
Riley Calhoun issues a base on balls, and the Mayhem have their first runner of the evening. That comes after 8 consecutive outs.
And so now top of the lineup for Mission, that's going to be Bryce Hammer. And, it should be nice to get a run here. Hammer with a chance to move the runner along there. To be a throwback to first, close.
Did you get that? All right. Go slow with the transition so I can watch them. I can see that replay.
And Jody, that young man over at first for Todd County, Foster Shaw.
Yeah.
Valedictorian for Todd County.
Yeah.
Heading to Stanford this fall.
I remember you'd said he was taken off. He had quite a few opportunities, and the one he had selected was Stanford. I remembered that, and good for him.
Yeah. It's exciting. Nice young man.
Who's the student over there that took off for Ivy League school?
Oh, there's several. One from St. Francis, girl, is heading over to an Ivy League school. That time they got him, yeah.
Well, that's going to be out number 3. Riley still facing the minimum here as he gets rid of Shaw off the base paths with that 1-3 pickoff over at first base. No runs on no hits. They'll strand nobody as he's picked off at first. We'll go to the bottom of 3. It's 8-0. Your Royals with the lead.
Is proud to sponsor coverage of Winter Warriors and Lady Warriors athletics and activities on Winter Warriors Live. Best of luck in today's event here at Winter Regional Healthcare. We are committed to professional care with a personal touch at our locally owned hospital, clinic, and long-term care facility. For more information on services we provide, check out our website at winterregional.org. Winter Regional, proud to support the student athletes and activities. Honored to serve the families of South Central South Dakota and our community for over 65 years. Remember, professional care with the personal touch at Winter Regional Healthcare. Here at Farmers Union Insurance, they do everything they can to make sure that you have the right insurance for your specific needs. They understand not every individual or family has the same insurance needs, and insurance is not a one-size-fits-all type solution. You see, they look at themselves as an insurance consultant rather than the typical salespeople. Farmers Union Insurance Agency's presence within the community is more than just an insurance office. They are proud to sponsor coverage of winter athletics and students. Good luck this year to all the Warrior and Lady Warriors.
The winner.
Andrew Lapreth pops one up down that third baseline, and Mr. Brave cannot quite get there. Flashing his wheels, can't come up with it. It's going to be a strike, foul ball, strike 1. 0-1 the count. We're going to try getting some Cold Stone ice cream up here in the press box.
Allegedly.
Well, we did see a container. Another foul ball. 0-2 the count to Lapreth.
Tank Herman on the mound now for Todd County. Came in with 1 out in the bottom of the first.
Lapreth's going to sky that one between short and center. Center calls off Hammer, and he'll concede.
That's going to be Bryant Burnett. He'll be a junior at Todd County. Expected to be the starting quarterback next year for Bob Corneli's Todd County Falcons.
We're going to do a quick Cold Stone ice cream. You're going to hear the mics go dead. We're going to do our order. We'll be right back. Hold on. Orders are in. Cold Stone ice cream at Leahy Bowl, folks. Come on up and watch a game. If you haven't had a chance, the new canopy's in place, looking good. The field's getting prepped for that state tournament we keep talking about coming up here.
Jody, over the weekend, Troy Lance was talking about a little community involvement, people coming up and helping clean up the field. You guys have done a pretty good job here this spring in particular, getting this facility ready for some upcoming tournaments.
Going to be a lot of them. A couple, we got the seeding regional for the Junior Legion. You got the state tournament coming up here. once you get at one tournament, they tend to just start falling in your lap. When you have the right facility, the nice amenities, it's easier to get people to want to come out and play baseball in your town. So hopefully all this pays off going down.
Yeah, it's good. Extra tourism in town and such. Line shot to third. It's going to get past Brave and out to left field.
That'll be a base hit for Kelly O'Brien. He's 1 for 1 on the evening as he'd been issued a couple of base on balls in his previous 2 at-bats. Winter Colome now with runners on first and second. Which one did you go with? He went with the Oreo. Betsy, sure you don't want one? All right, folks, you may hear a little bit of chomping. Yeah, but you might hear me slurping because this is good.
It's going to be a foul tip at the plate there for Winter Colome.
Are we going to take shifts?
Yeah, we could. I like my ice cream to be a little melted, so, if you want to go ahead and slurp.
Fighting.
Yeah.
Start fighting with it. All right. Nice curveball out of tank. I can't leave you hang, though. I'm going to keep going with you.
Big hanging curve from Herman there. Just missed, just outside the strike zone. Count 2-1 now. Drew Demers had played for Winter Colome. 3-1 the count. Herman falling behind here. If you're just joining us, Winter Colome scored 7 runs in the bottom of the first. They lead at 8-0. Well, just high, base on balls delivered to Drew Demers.
That'll load the bags for Levi McClanahan. He has 2 career Grand Slams in his repertoire. Could this be the 3rd one coming?
Or could he get hit by the pitch? I mean, is it possible that he could get hit by the pitch?
Yeah, it's more than possible. We know that. Going to make a pitching change. We'll step away. We're going to chop on some ice cream here. Some Cold Stone ice cream at Leahy Bowl. You're watching and listening to the Winter Colome Royals as they host the Mission Mayhem. Austin Hammer getting his warm-up pitches.
Winter Advocate is the exclusive newspaper of Tripp County, serving Winter, Colome, and the surrounding communities. Each Wednesday, you'll find the latest in state and local news, sports, job openings, classifieds, and all legal public notices. Call 842-1481 or stop down to 125 West 3rd to start your subscription today. Don't forget our deadlines. Friday at 5 p.m. for the Advocate and 12 on Fridays for the Rocket. The Winter Advocate is a proud partner of Winter Warriors Live and wish the Warriors and Lady Warriors success all this season.
Computers and More, located at 660 West 2nd Street, is obviously your computer sales and repair business in Winter. The More is so much other than you can imagine. We are your local outlet for Winter Warrior sports apparel. We do screen printing and embroidery for your purple and gold attire. Stop in and check out all our gear on hand for you to wear to the next game. Call us at 842-9057 for an appointment to see how we can design your company logo on all types of clothing. And remember, thanks for keeping it local.
Open up the champagne.
Defensive changes. We're going to get you caught up here as Austin Hammer is now on the mound. Tank Carmen's going to go over to first base, resume his duties at first. Oh, and that one is hit in the gap. It's not going to get out of the park. 1 hops to the warning track, 2 to the wall. This is going to clear the bags.
Well, check out McClanahan on his horse, too. He's going to get into third easily. Stand-up triple for McClanahan.
3-run RBI triple for McClanahan, and we were talking about him during the break. He has, to his credit, 2 career Grand Slams. Wasn't an opportunity for him. He didn't get it out of the park, but he put that one in the alley. He hit that one all at 330. Most parks, it might have been gone. 3 more on the board, 11-0. Royals with the lead right now. Welcome to the baseball game, Austin Hammer.
Yeah.
It's going to be Bryce Hammer picking it up for his brother. 6-3 put out. McClanahan will come and plate that 4th run. 1 away here in the bottom of 3. Scores now 12-0. Austin Hammer on the mound. He's going to face Carter Brickman. His last at-bat, he popped up to, I believe it was Austin Hammer. Austin in his warm-ups had a really nice curve working for him. Let's see if he's got another pitch to go in that itinerary of his. fastball curve we've seen so far, and then let's see him move in with a little change-up, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's a hammer. He's got to have some junk pitch in there somewhere.
That one he's going to stay inside. Brickman will pop it up. Brave giving chase, goes to the fence, and no, cannot get to it. Right along the fence.
Well, if you're head coach Burnett, you know, that was a playable ball. You got to get in there and make that catch and creep up to the wall, feel it out, and, you know, take one for your team there.
I did that to a poor man one time. I was playing center field. He was in left. He was hitting the gap. I wasn't going to get to it, so I kept telling him, you got room, you got room, you got room, and he went through the fence.
Of course he did.
Steve Tiemann.
Is that right?
He's never... People up here know. Steve, having fun with him on that one. Yeah, he never let me forget that. Full count to your batter. Carter Brickman, third baseman tonight for the Royals. Curveball will stay upstairs. Hi, Cheese.
And Todd County tonight, Mission, has not been aided by their base on balls tonight. Number of guys walk. You know, and just thinking about it, you know, we've got a couple guys that are all fighting fires right now. Blake Burnett and Lauren Dragg, and those are two of the hardcore pitchers. And I think Burnett, Coach Burnett, one of the things he wanted to do tonight was give his guys each a couple of innings, trying to get ready for this tournament. As you see the shot to center, Bryant Burnett is going to haul that in for Mission. But the goal tonight wasn't necessarily to win, but he was trying to get his guys some innings, and you know, you're seeing that a little bit right now. And Hammer goes and gives his center fielder a little, kiss of the glove. Say, good job, buddy.
Thanks for picking me up. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're watching and listening to the Winter Colome Royals on Winter Warriors Live, Colome Cowboys Live, and
that other station,
TCFalcons.live. Here we go.
How confident do you feel about your retirement? Ask Leiden & Associates, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. Together, you'll break down retirement planning step by step to get the real answers you need. Call Joel Leiden or Candy Sockgen at 605-842-3832 today. Offices located at 214 East 2nd Street in Winter, South Dakota, with offices also located in Chamberlain and Pierre. The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financials results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor. Ameriprise Financial Services Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome to Dusty's Hair Do or Die Salon, located at 117 East 2nd Street, just west of Sassy Spurs Boutique on the 4 lanes in Winter. Haircuts, colors, leave-in treatment, styles, updos, and facial waxing are my specialties. Some of the product lines I carry are Pureology, Kenra, Pravana, and Matrix. I also have jewelry, cosmetics, and optimal health products. To make an appointment, call or text 605-208-6252. You can join my group on Facebook, Dusty's Hair Do or Die, to hear monthly specials and daily inspirations. Thank you, and I hope to see you all soon.
Last night I dreamed of
my new yoga studio,
a car, a treehouse.
It was the perfect dream.
We don't all have the same dreams, but we can turn to one place to protect them: American Family Insurance. Our agents can help make sure you have the coverage needed, whether it's for your auto, home, business, or life. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Products underwritten by American Family Insurance. Life Mutual Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin 53783.
Busy family.
Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins.
We're back. We're live here, Lady Moore. Production brings us in a little bit early.
Yeah, that countdown isn't very consistent. I'm having some issues over there. Ooh. Got a pitch and change here for Winter Colome. That's Carter Brickman coming in. No hitter does Riley Calhoun leave with. Pitched pretty well. Really kept Mission off balance tonight and just looked in complete command up there.
No hit shutout actually at this point. Almost the perfect scenario. The last batter he faced drew a base on balls. He was able to pick him off to make sure he faced the minimum. And your defensive change as Carter does come to the bump is Riley's going to shift with him. Go to third, and he's going to get an opportunity here. 5-3 put out for out number 1. Carter to the mound, Riley to third. Doesn't matter where Riley goes. He's got activity all around him.
Yeah, pretty good play there at third. Bryce Hammer, no slouch on the base pass there. A quick guy to first, and Calhoun was able to field that, get it over to McClanahan. Out for the winner.
This will bring Mr. Bryant Burnett to the plate. One thing I'm seeing from Carter, now that he's a little bit taller, he's added a little more velocity to his fastball since last summer. That'll be fouled off back into the screen, counts 1-2. In the ever so epic baseball game in the high school semifinals, not this year but last year, Carter Brickman gets the win on the mound against Del Rapids in that 5-4 victory to propel the Royals into the state championship game. Just throwing that tidbit out there.
I did not know that.
Swinging, strike 3. That is out number 2. That'll bring Austin Hammer, the now pitcher for the Mission Mayhem, to the plate. So when they faced each other, counterpart Austin Hammer on the mound facing Mr. Brickman, the batter. Austin stayed inside, just kept feeding him fastball after fastball on that inner black of the plate. And now let's see, Carter has went outside. See if he stays out there, if he's going to move things around on Austin. Comes inside. Calhoun got the first hammer, and he's going to get this second one. 5-3 put out.
You know, it's been interesting tonight. A lot of defensive plays. Nothing really difficult for Winter. They've been right there and in position to make plays, play after play tonight.
Yep. Austin with the flashy defensive plays back in that first inning. We're going to step away. It's 12-0. The Royals coming to the plate looking to possibly end this one. They lead 12-0.
Families, active seniors, career-minded individuals, and many other time-starved people, just like you, trust Sparkle for professional residential cleaning services that leave them more time to spend with family, friends, and their favorite activities. Which of our regular customers are you? The Sparkle Cleaning Company has the professionals to ease your burden and help to create a safe, clean, and comfortable living environment for you and your family. Free in-home consultations help us to design household cleaning services around you. We clean your house your way. Call Sparkle today for an appointment.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. Good. I wish I had double checked before discussing that play earlier. Did anybody catch that play? No. Okay, we're gonna act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm gonna break the huddle confidently, and we're gonna call it incomplete.
Mike's on!
First down! Thank you! 70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home.
Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Back in Lady Bull, Austin Hammer with 2 straight strikes to the left fielder Cameron Biggins. Up top, 0-2 early. It's what you want out of your pitchers. See if Austin can finish things here for Mission. The curveball going to be floated to right center. That is going to drop in for a single. That is a nice piece of hitting by Cameron Biggins. Takes a look at 2 strikes. Finds out what Austin's going to do. Recognizes the spin of the ball and what you're supposed to do with the curveball is let it break, slap it to right center. Does just that. Single. Textbook. This is going to bring Cale Miners now to the plate. The off-season acquisition of the Winter Colome Royals.
Don't we see Kevin Miners and Mike Hammer
we do
play each other right now, actually?
I'm going to go out there. I'm going to go out there and see if I can get a little jawing back and forth. You got Bob Miners out there, too. The Hammers are being civil about this. Miners are kind of getting testy out there. Oh, There's some glass maybe being pointed. I don't know what kind of glass object that is. Fastball paints the outer half of the plate. Strike one. 2-1 the count.
Hammer trying to dig in here, fell behind 2-0 in that count now. Got it up to 2 balls and 1 strike. A little high that time from Hammer.
Looked like it was an attempted true curve, but, the 12-6 fashion that just didn't get enough rotation on it. 3-1 delivery. That one going to go down that right field line. So Mr. Brave at first now, giving chase.
That's Foster.
Okay, that's Foster Shaw over there.
Right.
Tank had moved from first to third now.
I believe that's Clayton Shaw out in right field.
See, they're erecting another 8 foot of net that they think will eliminate us being in the blast zone coming over. They think that'll protect all the kids back on the playground. A lot of changes taking place here at Leahy Bowl.
Full count. That one got away from Hammer.
Going to check the right field line, see how that went down in the stands.
Runners at first and second here for Winter. No outs. Bottom of the 4th.
Mike Hammer scowling.
That's pretty typical. I don't know if you can attribute to that to any kind of scenario on the field.
And the Miners have went back to doing what they were doing before. Swinging, strike one, your batter, Andrew Lapreth. 0-1 the count. Andrew playing center field tonight for the Royals. That one's cut on and missed for strike 2. 0-2 now the count. Hammer seeming to be warming up. The velocity on his fastball has picked up.
Now, it takes these guys a minute. Austin got back from college and hasn't, I don't know, maybe played 4 or 5 games so far this summer. Pitched maybe an inning or 2 here and there. But it's going to take a minute for that body to figure it out. And like you said, he looks to be coming strong now.
Takes a look at the runners. Comes to the plate. Curveball took a lot off that one. It stay high. 1-2 the count. Austin, 1-2 delivery on its way and swinging, strike 3. That's out number 1. First strikeout of the night for Austin Hammer as he's going to retire Andrew Lapreth to the dugout, and that'll bring the top of the order. Third baseman now, Riley Calhoun at the plate.
All right, so we've officially broken the ice with football. We've talked about it. I saw a great post on Facebook today. It was from Gregory quarterback Andy McCants.
Okay.
And it was basically highlighting one of the television shows back east, one of the television stations' preseason football rankings. No mention of Gregory whatsoever last year in the preseason ranking for 9AA.
Right.
They had the issue where eliminated the first round of the year before in the playoffs by Stanley County. And
was he making reference to the publication of the TV station?
He was making reference to the actual on-air pickings of 9AA last year.
Okay.
And I guess I was kind of reminded of that. Went to the first round of the Majors tournament over in Gregory the other day and ran into Jade Vanderwerf and got to visit with him. Between you and me, how dynamic is that duo going to be, McCants to Vanderwerf? I'm excited to see it.
As seniors, they're going to light things up. I think he's going to miss the Robert Vamachka across the way, drawing some of the coverage away from him.
Yeah, I mean.
And then you also had Veskerna, who took some of the defense, pulled it a different way. You know what? Gregory, a lot like Winter, even Colome, down here in this area, these teams don't rebuild, they just reload. And they do graduate people, but then there's kids on the bench that you haven't heard about because they couldn't crack the lineup last year that are going to be stars next year. And people are going to be like, where'd that come from?
And J.J. Beck, how many tackles is he going to have?
Oh, wow, he's going to be a beast. I mean,
I can't wait.
J.J. Beck, I always knew he was physical.
Yeah.
But prior to last year, even during football season, I didn't know how physical he was until I got to watch him during wrestling season. Yeah. That's when I saw that kid had changed. He'd become a lot like his brother Jonah or even his dad was JJ also. JJ Beck, John Beck. And then there was Noah, Jonah. physical kids. He's going to come into his own. He's going to be a hell of a running back for them next year. And with McCanson, his scrambling ability, that fullback in J.J. Beck, or that isolated back in the backfield, taking some of the defense, pulling him in, you're going to see Werf get his looks out there on the edge, and that's going to be dangerous. Oh, you can tell I get excited.
Here we go, football, And it's only, August 2nd is not that far away when we're talking about football.
Crazy.
It's about a month away.
Still sick about the decision to start practicing that early. What do you do?
Let's get back to some baseball here. Count 2 balls, no strikes here. Austin Hammer on the mound for Todd County.
Bases loaded. This one's going to be ripped right at Herman. All he needed to do is step on the bag or go to home first.
Or both.
Or touch your bat. Well, you lose the force at home if you don't go. But if he immediately goes to home plate, cuts the run there, then you can throw to first and you have force. That's all right. He hasn't played ball, you said, in what, couple years?
Since his freshman year, actually.
He's got his head down. He's a little mad at himself right now for the decision, but the decision he made was solid. I mean, the execution of his decision was solid. It was a great throw across the diamond. You got a 5-3 put out and run plates, but there's 2 outs here. That's just comes from repetition. That's, if he's been out for 4 years, I'll cut him the slack. He made the nice play. You see so many kids that have been gone from baseball that long, they forget the first thing you got to do is catch the ball. Then you got to throw the ball.
Remember that play a couple weeks ago? We were watching that junior teener tournament over here in Coy Dieterman. Yeah. Kind of an error in the middle there. Bryce Hammer unable to get that, but Dieterman fielded a ball at the pitcher's mound for Gregory. He had 3 different options, and he executed them all. He went through all the different looks and made the progression. That's baseball IQ at its highest right there. They're doing a good job over there in Gregory with the youth program right now.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you get the same group of kids playing baseball for a long period of time. Those kids, from the time they were rookies through the minors, through the majors, they got to play together the entire time. So they know each other very well. They know what each other's going to do. He knew his third baseman was going to be there. His catcher was going to be there. And you got to have not only that trust, it's like the sixth sense of knowing where your teammates are going to be and when. And that just comes from playing with each other all the time. And that's another discussion that we can have. The lightning rod could get going yet. Levi wants to wear that one. I kind of got junky here with my headsets talking about getting hit in the head. Trying to protect Levi up here. Duck.
I mean, between you and me, I look up every 5 minutes, and Levi McClanahan is up at bat again.
Yeah.
Hammer, bare hands it.
Oh. All the runners stay put. Class act there by the Royals. Great effort by Bryce. Just couldn't finish.
You know, I think you had plenty of time to make that play. You're making a play like that, and you're in such a hurry. You think you got to make the play. And Bryce is quick enough. He got to that ball with a quick jump and probably could have gathered himself a little bit and threw that. But again,
he's laughing. I got to get the binocs out. Him and Tank. Would Tank be razzing him by any chance?
There's a good likelihood. Occasionally, those two are referred to as Cartman and Butters from the evening South Park show.
Really? Cartman and Butters?
Yeah, guess who Cartman is?
Yeah.
Boy, nice breaking ball there from Hammer.
One and one the count. 2 away. Bases are loaded for the Royals. Hammer's delivery will stay high and inside. The batter is your catcher, Nick Lance. He had a nice hit in one of his 2 previous at-bats, just that CNI single right up the middle.
Yep.
Let's see if he can duplicate that again. Nope, this one's going left center gap, and it's going to get by everybody. 1-2 to the warning track. Going to roll to the wall. This is going to be a base-clearing double. 3-run RBI double for Nick Lance. Score now 16 to nothing. $18 to nothing.
My math skills say 18.
I'm just reading the scoreboard. I'm going to trust the scoreboard operator. 18 to nothing. All right.
But another big inning here for Winter Colome. Punched across 7 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 in the third, and 6 now here in the bottom of the fourth.
That's something we didn't see a lot of during the high school baseball season, these offensive explosions. The bat's really rolling here in this as the summer heat has hit the area. Their bats have warmed up also, putting more runs up on the board pretty consistently. Speaking of tournaments this weekend, they're heading over to Sioux Falls to the Milt Simons tournament in Sioux Falls, taking a look at some of the teams that they'll be playing. In their first game, they're going to get the Smitties, Aberdeen Smitties. They played Aberdeen earlier this year up in Aberdeen and defeated them. We'll see if they can do that again. Their second game is going to be against Del Rapids, post 65, and then they'll play Sioux Falls post 15 West. And that will be the conclusion of their pool play. And things are going to wrap up here. Out number 3, they're going to get an out, and with that, we'll step away. We'll go back to that Milt Simons tournament when we come back from break. That's a great little tournament over in Sioux Falls. Back in 60 seconds.
Running outdoors, you got to take what nature gives you. We'd like to say we run when they don't. So we want to give you products to be able to run when you don't think you should run, when it's pouring rain outside, it's snowing. We're going to have products for you to get out there. You don't get better sitting on your butt not training. You got to get out there and run.
Where will you find Black Hills State University graduates? Everywhere, locally, nationally, and internationally. Black Hills State University is where community leaders are inspired, where future teachers are prepared, where global connections lead to business connections, and where underground research is changing the way we understand the universe. Visit bhsu.edu and enroll now at Black Hills State University, where you can earn your degree affordably and with campuses in Spearfish and Rapid City. Stay in the beautiful Black Hills. Where does your future begin? At Black Hills State University, where anything is possible.
Atterbury Construction is an earth-moving contractor and supply of quality aggregate materials based in Colome, South Dakota. When in need of a professional service for site preparation, grading, and many other soil-related tasks, their knowledge in heavy equipment, rock and gravel products is wide-ranging. Atterbury Construction, your earth-moving and aggregate professional since 1995. For competitive bids and estimates, call Lee or Kurt at 842-3776. Proud sponsors of Cologne Cowboys and Cowgirls on Cologne Cowboy Live.
Plan on.
Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby.
Defensive change here at Leahy Bowl again. Andrew Lapreth now on the bump doing the pitching for the Royals. He's going to face a tank in Tristan Herman, his first at-bat, or in his first pitch to the batter. Swung on and missed. 0 on the count. Tristan's going to take that one down the left field line. He's going to drift. Foul.
Just foul there for Herman. And Lapreth goes ahead in the count right now, 0-2.
Ty Bolton now in right field for the Winter Colome Royals. Center field looks to be Cale Miners. And then out in left, still Cameron Biggins. Brickman has exited the game. Pop-up Lapreth going to take that F1. He'll retire Herman for out number 1.
Jody, you know what the highlight of Rich Winter's Thursday is going to be tomorrow?
What's that?
Interview with Tawny Berry tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Oh, phone or Facebook or
in person. She's coming over to Mission, and we're going to visit a little bit. The national champion collegiate goat tying champion coming over.
Last year she finished 20th. This year made the jump to national champion. Congratulations.
Yeah, in fact, I think there's going to be some kind of a big celebration Friday night at the Carter Bar to kind of commemorate that young lady. Went to Todd County Middle School through 8th grade, and then, of course, came over to Winter. Pretty good basketball player, track, but right away her passion, you could tell it was the rodeo, and she stuck with it all the way to a national title.
Yeah, Eastern New Mexico University is where I thought she was out west for a while. Then I found out she was down at Eastern New Mexico. I was like, congratulations, wow. Those are few and far between. You don't hear about national championships like that very often. Your batter right now, number 32, this is going to be Thane Witt. He's the lefty. Just slapping away at Laprith's pitches. And again, that's going to be fouled off down that third base line. So when is this interview going to take place?
About 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just excited. I've known her since she was a really young lady. Was an assistant cross-country coach years ago when she was running in 7th and 8th grade. But she spent a lot of time, there's a lot that goes into that, not only keeping your academics up and everything, but, she spent a lot of time in the weight room. There was a lot of, extracurricular getting ready for this, a lot of traveling, and, her mom has had some health issues along the way, and I think it's a real great testament to that entire family and, kind of the will with which they're built over there. So I'm pretty fired up. I told her to bring breakfast burritos. She says, I'm not a morning person. You're on your own. So that's what I got from Tawny Berry.
You need to get your phone or your computer up and stream that interview as it's going out.
That could possibly be accomplished. So Todd County going to get a second. Excuse me?
Our new capabilities, if you do that, we could be sitting here and we could bring you in on a, what do they call that on Facebook, or not Facebook, but on, it's not Skype, it's FaceTime.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I can drag you in FaceTime, you two doing the interview, and let people watch you guys as you're...
Is the production crew up by 9 o'clock?
No.
Okay.
He's running right about then, so don't say that.
That's going to be Thane Witt getting over to second right now. Todd County, that's actually their second base runner tonight, Thane Witt, and he'll advance over to second. One out here, top of the 5th.
Thane recognized Andrew was in the full windup. He didn't take off, though. There he goes.
Witt's going to go again. Hit and run on for Mission.
Bolton going to take that. The throw to second. In time. Going to be a double play. And with that, the Royals will face the minimum as their two base runners, both on base on balls.
Both got thrown out in their short stints on base.
And I believe that will be a final, as that is the 10-run rule after 5 innings. Your Royals, Winter Colome Royals, going to be victorious tonight, 17-0 over the Mission Mayhem. Nope, we're going to continue on. With that, we'll go to a break. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Brightening up your home or office atmosphere? Need to warm or cool down the environment in your space? Then stop down to 130 North Main Street in Winter, South Dakota to visit with Kutra Electric. Bob and his crew will shed some light with quality advice and direction on your next project. And when they see your vision for your next project, you can count on Kutra Electric's highly skilled team of professional servicemen to come in and get the job done in a fast and courteous fashion. And remember, we provide the same quality service for single light repair as we would for new construction or remodel. Kutra Electric remains committed to brightening the lives of the families of South Central South Dakota. So call us at 842-1510. We're a proud sponsor of all the Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live.
Frontier Motors is a committed sponsor of the student-athlete activities in our area and are proud to bring you coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Frontier Motors in Winter is a full-service dealer for Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles. They also maintain one of the area's largest inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles. With over 300 in stock, the best selection at the best price is at Frontier Motors in Winter. Frontier Motors on West Highway 18, or shop online at frontiermotors.com. winnerwarriorslive.com.
Little Feller in Winter welcomes all fans and travelers to Winter. We invite you to stop by before or after the game for the best in snacks, drinks, ice, fuel, and much more. It's all available at the Little Feller, your 24-hour convenience store in Winter. Little Feller also wants to wish all the Warrior and Lady Warriors good luck on the season and in tonight's competition. We are excited to bring you coverage of all of tonight's action on Winter Warriors Live. And remember, the Little Feller is the one for all your pregame and postgame convenience traveling needs.
Sassy Spurs at 121 East 2nd Street on the 4 lanes has expanded. Stop in Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. or on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to check out all the newest trendy Western apparel and footwear for men, women, kids, and infants. Need some bling? Shop our expanding lines of jewelry, purses, belts, buckles, and boot polish. It's all available under one roof at Sassy Spurs on the 4 lanes, and shipping is available by calling 605-842-2400. Sassy Spurs supports all the live productions of Warrior and Lady Warrior activities.
Back at the Leahy Bowl, we are in the bottom of 5. Score now 17-0. The Royals with the lead. Defensive changes, though, for the Mission Mayhem. You have Narcisse Quickbear on the mound doing the pitching now. And he's up quickly, throwing strikes. This one's going to be delivered into that right center gap, and it's going to be a base hit for Carter Brickman.
Quickbear, the 4th pitcher on the mound tonight for Mission. Trying to get a little work here, and Burnett mentioned that before the game. He was going to try to get his guys some time on the mound. Got some bigger tournaments and some games coming up here in the very near future, and wants to get his guys a couple innings each tonight.
Ty Bolton now at the plate. He's entered the game defensively as the right fielder for the Winter Colome Royals. I believe him and Carter Brickman switch positions. Ty is now in the game defensively, and Carter Brickman, the extra hitter for the Royals, in the lineup now.
Thane Witt now doing the catching for Mission.
The lucky lefty, we call him.
We do.
Troy Lance and I do. You don't often see left-handed catchers.
Rare.
Very rare. And the ones you do see normally aren't nearly as successful as Thane. Nice choice by Tristan there. He's going to go for the 5-4 put out. No attempt at first. Bolton on the fielder's choice. One away.
Yeah, Jody, this is a small thing, but, we saw Herman a couple plays ago, choose a different round, go directly to first. This time he got the lead runner and, kind of learn as you go, and definitely a little IQ coming Tristan Herman's way tonight.
Biggins squares to bunt, and he's going to be rung up on a strike. 0-1 the count. Narcisse doing a nice job, working quickly on the mound, keeping his defense alert behind him. Bolton was getting ready to launch as he was in the full windup. Goes to the stretch, comes with the delivery. Oh, that'll get away from Thane. Thane and Shane played over in St. Francis last fall, didn't they?
They did, yes.
They had quite the season.
Yeah.
One quarterback, one receiver, right?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to put perspective on things. St. Francis ended the year 4-5 in football last year. And I mean, for them, that's a minor or a major accomplishment. And I think for people that don't watch football over that way that often, you're going to see some of those younger kids coming through now that got the idea that it can be done over in St. Francis, that they've got to work a little bit harder. Your athletic director over there, Brian C, has been doing a good job this summer getting the guys over to a bunch of different camps. I know the Lady Warriors were over at a camp at Chadron State, and Ryan Holy Eagle posting stuff all the time about the weight room being open and whatnot over in St. Francis. So, sometimes 4-5 doesn't get you to the playoffs, but it sort of builds your program, if you will.
It is.
Yeah. I thought that a lot this year about Corsica Stickney. As I went through the year, they lost in the football playoffs. They lost in the basketball playoffs. And, it's tough for those guys. They were, ready to contend for state championships, and each of those didn't happen. But I think, they laid probably the groundwork. Nice double play attempt there.
I thought they were going to get it.
Hammer to hammer.
That would be the 4-6 put out with an attempt at 3. Cameron Biggins, a very quick little runner. Any other runner? Might have been the double play ball.
You know, I'm wondering if the production crew had the song Hammer Time by MC Hammer, like, rung up. If there was going to be a double play completed by Hammer to Hammer, it would have been the time for it.
Fly ball to center field, and the Mayhem are out of the inning. They don't give up any runs. They'll strand 2 on the paths, and after 5 complete, your score 17-0, and we'll step away.
There is a new sheriff in the Wild West. Located at 865 West 2nd on the 4 lanes, Wild West Gas is open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. As with any C-store sheriff, Wild West Gas is armed with the finest selection of beverages, snacks, and gas. Stop in and check us out. We have all your traveling needs to help keep the peace on your next adventure. Wild West Gas is proud to be a sponsor of all Warrior and Lady Warrior live productions.
Mathis Implement is a huge sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletics, and we're your home for huge savings. We've got all the genuine Case IH parts, products, and service programs you need. Schedule your multi-point customized maintenance inspection now. You'll always find the highest quality parts and service, and the Case IH factory-trained technicians at Mathis Implement make sure your equipment stays up and running at peak productivity. Call Mathis Implement 842-3110 or stop out on West Highway 18 in Winter for personal consultation.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The store that always does the most for you is the Winter Food Center. We wish the best of luck to all the area boys and girls teams. As a proud sponsor of all the local activities on Sports Ticket Live, we invite you to stop out for your everyday grocery needs. Fresh produce, top grade meat department, incredible dairy selection, and much, much more. Or for your special events orders, you will always find what you're looking for at the Winter Food Center. Our staff always delivers speedy, friendly service at the store, doing the most for you.
Top of 6 here, Leahy Bull, Andrew Lapreth up on the mound, the bump for the Royals, getting his 2nd inning of action. And he's going to have that one fouled off. Count quickly, 0-2. Top of 6 at Leahy Bull. It is a beautiful night of baseball here. For baseball.
That's going to be King Horse looking actually at the plate for Mission. Going to be called out on strikes there.
Those binocs make a difference, don't it? It just
totally
pulls that game right up to you.
Yeah.
It's fun checking out people's expressions after, like Bryce and Tristan, after their little thing over there. You could tell they were jockeying with each other back and forth.
I see them jockey back and forth almost every day in some capacity.
There's going to be a called strike. Lapreth looking good on the bump.
At the plate for Todd County right now, that's Clayton Shaw.
Lapreth with that sidearm delivery. Pretty soon we're going to start calling him Kent Tekulve as he's coming underhand with that submarine pitch. Former Pirate from the 70s. Whoop.
Well, Shaw does a good job getting out of the way of that. And I don't know if people at home notices, but Clayton Shaw's hearing impaired. Does not hear very well. He's got a big earpiece, I think in both ears, actually. And, it was kind of, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years ago, it was kind of a decision whether to keep playing baseball or not. The kid loves sports. And, so while he had to give up football and basketball, eventually he became manager in both of those sports. But, doesn't hear very well, can't always hear the signals into the outfield. And once in a while, I think Burnett yells at him a little bit because he, can't hear him. But, what a trooper to, stick with it and play something that he loves all the way through high school. So, excellent job there for Mr. Clayton Shaw.
That's going to be a called strike. He's going to go to a full count here. Lapreth getting himself to a payoff pitch with one away. still beat him.
Ouch.
I stayed inside.
About 6 weeks ago, we were over in Mission. It must have been a high school game. And Clayton was sitting on a like a little bucket just inside the field, playing winter again. Foul tip, and it just drilled him right in the knee.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
I mean, and he was down for, a couple minutes, and eventually he got up and walked it off, threw some dirt on it, and got back in the dugout, said a few choice words, and moved on with the play. But he's a tough cookie over there, that guy.
He flipped his hat backwards, and he's reluctantly going to the dugout. Going to throw the helmet.
It's going to hurt. Pitch runner for Todd County coming in. That's going to be Michael Brave, who was in the game, got the start at third tonight. Could be Thomas Denoyer actually in pinch running for Todd County.
Lapworth looking good when he's not beating them. Been ahead every batter so far. The 0-2 the last two batters. Let's see if he can put one away here.
Kind of the same thing for Drew Weber tonight. Easily Calhoun got out of the mound, got off to a quick start tonight, but he's able to get, some extra guys in, get a few extra innings, and, you never know coming down the stretch of the season where these guys could be needed or, stretch relief or even have a start or two here and there.
One thing you never have enough of are arms to throw or pitch in games, especially in these tournaments when you're taking a look at this Milt Simons tournament.
Right.
I know there's 3 games of pool play, but then you're going to end up with another 2 games after that. So you're going to get 5 games and get some pretty stiff competition over in Sioux Falls. You're going to need kids like this that can throw and deliver strikes, make hitters out of people.
A lot of strategy involved with something like that too. When do you pitch one of your best guys? When do you throw him early in the tournament? Do you save him? You don't know all these teams that well, so
that'll stay inside. No, you're right. And they've seen some of these teams. Del Rapids post 60. The tournament this weekend, just so you know, is going to have West Central, Baltic, Apple Valley post 1776, Sioux Falls post East 15 East, Del Rapids post 65, Sioux Falls post 15 West, Winter Colome, Aberdeen. There are some horses over there in that tournament. Big boys. Oh! Well, you're not going to dig in against Andrew Lapworth. That's the scouting report now. I'm going to go up as a right-hander, and I'm going to bat left-handed just to be safe.
Now a chance for
nobody heard that.
It's going to be Bryce Hammer, who was hit by pitch. And now runners at first and second, 2 outs now for Winter Colome. Lapworth trying to close the deal here and preserve the shutout.
There's going to be a called strike. Nice easy pitch.
That's Bryant Burnett at the plate for Todd County.
He's had a couple nice catches out in center field tonight for the Mayhem.
Probably the Falcons starting quarterback this year for head coach Bob Cornelli.
Wow, okay.
Kind of got the call midway last year, had never played quarterback before last year, and I think Cornelli's really, he's a really good leader. Tough kid, and he expects to get some pretty good production out of that young man this year.
Got to know Bob Cornelli over at Dakota Wesleyan. He was on one of the first teams to ever, for Dakota Wesleyan, they qualified for the playoffs. Him, Brad Young, Ronnie Bartles out of the Winter area and whatever, and watched those guys play quite a bit. Pretty good little team, them Tigers. Ooh, told you I'm batting left-handed. Who's your surprise club of the fall? Who's going to shock everybody?
Man.
You going Cub Nation?
Well, I think they're going to be better than people think necessarily. I don't even know if they have a football coach right now up there, do they?
What? What happened to Rhodes?
He moved to Phillip.
Oh.
Yeah, Rhodes moved to Phillip. He's going to take over the head job up there. And last I heard, I was visiting with somebody from Chamberlain last night, and seemed like they had maybe hired somebody from Colorado who sort of backed out on the job. I could be totally wrong, but that's what the conversation was last night. I'm not sure they have a coach up there right now.
Up from the Britain area. They hired somebody today out of the Britain area, out of the Northeast.
I mean, can you imagine the specks of information that float down from the other side of the press box when you mention something like they don't have a coach? I mean, that's perfect.
The things we can find out up here.
You know, I think one team that's going to surprise people a little bit this year is Stanley County. I really like their coaching staff up there. I know they lost Hofteaser on the line up there and playing linebacker and all those stuff. But you look at some of the track stuff from this year, and they had guys. J.D. Carter was doing well in the 100. They had another guy, wrestler, that was doing well in the 100. Both of those guys qualified for state. Quarterback was kind of young last year. I think they're going to be better this year.
Biggin's going to track that one down, line drive right at him. He'll collect it for out number 3, and I think this is going to be the final. We're not going to get to finish that, but you heard it here. Panic button says Stanley County Buffaloes.
Tell you what, man, I love track and field. I love kids that go for track and get that extra workout and experience. Brady Hofteaser came on really strong in the shot put at the end of the year. He's going to be one of those, like, havoc-wreaking linebackers up in the middle there for the Buffs. And I just see that coaching staff, and I see Seibel and some of the guys that they have up there. I'm just like, they're going to be good. You know they are.
Well, we know Bridgewater Emory Ethan's going to be good. In Class 11B, watch out for the Mobridge Pollock Tigers. They're coming.
Yeah, I've seen some of those guys. Nathan Bauer was at a big football camp at SDSU, and Carson Keller, one of my favorite guys to run track and field. He's a good guy, big, thick guy, too. And Mobridge Pollock off of winter schedule this year. Some have said winter might be ducking him even. No, I'm just kidding with that.
Oh, my goodness, did you hear that?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Come on, I mean, you know. No.
MVP versus Mount Vernon Plankinton versus winner in MVP.
That sounds like a barn burner. Like, sign me up.
I'm going to be there. You know I'm going to be there for that one. Well, we're going to wrap things up. The Colome Royals are going to be victorious tonight, 17-0. Riley Calhoun going to get the victory on the bump, and for Rich Winter, Betsy Watzel, we're going to wrap things up here quickly. This is Jody Brozick saying good night. Thanks for watching.
Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay